She did it on purpose, my daughter cried as her wheelchair tipped sideways and scraped hard across the Marina walkway. Her wheel was bent, stuck. People froze. Then Karen's son laughed and said, "She shouldn't be here anyway." Before I could even speak, Karen rushed in yelling, "Don't touch my boy!" She pointed at me like I was a criminal. "You people always cause problems. This marina is private." I looked around. My boat was docked legally. My permit was hanging right there. Still, she grabbed her phone and screamed, "Call security! Call the cops!" My daughter held my arm tight. "Daddy, I can't move." That hit me harder than anything. I knelt down, trying to straighten the wheel, but it wouldn't turn. Karen smirked and said, "Maybe this will teach you to stay in your place." People started recording. She didn't care. She leaned close and whispered, "I run this dock. My husband's on the HOA board. You're done here." I stayed calm, even though my hands were shaking. Because what she didn't know was this marina wasn't just a weekend spot for me, and she had just messed with the wrong family. Then a deep voice came from behind us. "Step away from that child." Karen turned fast, and her smile disappeared. Karen rolled her eyes and said, "Who are you supposed to be?" The man didn't answer right away. He walked straight to my daughter, checked the twisted wheel, then looked at me and said quietly, "Dad, this wasn't an accident." That one word, Dad, made Karen pause. Her son suddenly backed up a step. "Mom, let's go." She snapped at him. "Be quiet." Then she pointed again. "This man assaulted my child." He grabbed him. "I want him removed from this marina right now." The man slowly stood up. His jaw tightened. "I watched your son run full speed and kick her chair." Karen laughed loud. "You expect people to believe you?" He tapped the small camera clipped to his shirt. "Already recorded." Her face changed for half a second. Then she got angry. "Security, now!" 2 marina guards rushed over. Karen started crying on command. "They attacked my son. That man is dangerous." One guard looked at me and said, "Sir, we're going to need you to step away." Before I could respond, the man beside me spoke again, calm but heavy. "You might want to call your supervisor first." The guard frowned. Why? Because at that exact moment, 3 large boats slowly began pulling into the dock, all flying official Marina Authority flags. Karen whispered, "What is this?" The man finally turned to her and said, "You really shouldn't lie at a marina my family owns." Karen's mouth opened, then closed. "That's a lie!" she snapped. "You don't own anything here." The guards looked confused as the boats docked one by one. Men in clean uniforms stepped off, all nodding respectfully toward the man standing beside me. My daughter squeezed my hand. "Daddy, who is he?" He didn't look away from Karen. "My son," he said calmly, "runs this entire marina district." Her face went pale. "No, my husband is on the HOA board." "You can't just say things like that." One guard checked his radio. His tone changed fast. Control just confirmed. This dock is not under HOA authority." Karen shouted, "That's impossible. I put notices on every slip myself." The man raised his phone and showed the guard something. "Those notices are fake. We've been tracking who's placing them." Karen stepped back. "You're setting me up." Then another voice cut in from behind her. "Ma'am, we've had multiple complaints about you." She turned and froze. A uniformed officer stood there. Real badge, real body cam. Karen tried to smile. "Officer, thank goodness. These people are harassing my son." The officer looked at my daughter's broken wheelchair, then at the footage playing on the man's screen. His expression hardened. "Ma'am," he said slowly, "we're going to need you to stay right here." Karen screamed, "You can't do this to me!" The officer replied, "You already did it to yourself." Karen started shaking her head fast. No, this is wrong. My husband will shut this down." She pulled out her phone and put it on speaker. "Mark, get down here now. They're trying to arrest me." While it rang, the officer crouched near my daughter. "Sweetheart, are you okay?" she whispered. "My chair hurts." That was it. The man beside me clenched his fists. His voice dropped low. "Call medical, now." Karen rolled her eyes. So dramatic. Then her phone connected. Mark's voice came through loud. "What did you do this time, Karen?" Her face twisted. "They're lying. Tell them you're HOA enforcement." There was a long pause. Then Mark said, "Karen, The Marina isn't HOA property. She froze. What? You were warned. Multiple times. You're not allowed to go there. The officer leaned closer to the phone. Sir, this is city police. Are you authorizing your wife to act as law enforcement? Mark swallowed hard. Absolutely not. Karen screamed, You're supposed to protect me! Mark replied quietly. I tried. You didn't listen. The officer stood up. Ma'am, you're being detained for filing a false report, trespassing and harassment of a disabled minor. Karen backed away. You can't put cuffs on me in public. The officer said, You shouldn't have hurt a child in public either. People around the dock went silent. Cameras zoomed in. As the cuffs clicked, Karen locked eyes with me and hissed, This isn't over. She thought it wasn't over. But she had no idea how deep this was about to go. As they led Karen toward the patrol car, her son started crying. Mom, please. The officer stopped and looked at him gently. Son, what you did was caught on camera. Lying won't help her now. Karen snapped. Don't talk to my child! That's when the man beside me finally stepped forward again. You already taught him to hurt someone weaker. That's on you. An ambulance arrived. Paramedics checked my daughter's leg and the damaged chair. One of them whispered to me, She's lucky you came when you did. I nodded, holding back tears. Then another patrol car pulled up. A senior officer stepped out. The younger cop straightened instantly. Captain, he said. Karen's head lifted. Good. Finally, someone with authority. The captain didn't even look at her. He walked straight to the man standing with me and shook his hand. Sir, we've been waiting for your call. Karen's eyes went wide. The captain turned to her. Ma'am, your actions today triggered a larger investigation. She laughed nervously. Investigation? For what? The captain replied. Impersonation, intimidation, and assault connected to multiple HOA complaints. Karen screamed, This is a setup! The man beside me said calmly, No, this is accountability. Then he looked at me and added softly, And this isn't the last twist. Karen was pushed into the back seat. Still yelling, still blaming everyone but herself. The door slammed shut. And for the first time, she went quiet. I thought it was finally over. I was wrong. The captain turned to me. Sir, we need to talk about your boat. My heart dropped. My boat? Karen laughed from inside the car. Told you. He's not innocent. The captain nodded toward the dock office. Please come with us. Inside, he placed a folder on the table. Photos slid out. My boat, my slip, my name. For months, he said, someone's been reporting you for illegal docking. I looked up fast. That wasn't me. The man beside me leaned forward. Those reports came from the same device Karen used. The captain flipped the page. HOA complaint forms, all signed with fake authority stamps. Karen had been targeting us long before today. Then the captain said something that shocked me. The reason we didn't shut this down earlier is because we were watching who would step in. I frowned. Why? He looked at my daughter's wheelchair outside the window. Because this marina is part of a federal accessibility program. My breath caught. He continued, and your daughter's incident just turned this into a federal case. From the other room, Karen's scream echoed again. The man beside me said quietly, She didn't just break the rules. She broke the law. Karen thought cuffs were the worst part. She was wrong again. 2 men walked in wearing plain jackets, no loud badges, just calm faces. One of them said, We're federal. The room went silent. Karen started crying instantly. I didn't know. It was just HOA business. One agent placed a tablet on the table and played a video. It showed her son kicking the wheelchair. Then another clip. Karen placing fake notices. Another, her yelling at a different family weeks ago. This isn't one mistake, the agent said. This is a pattern. She shook her head. I was protecting my community. The man beside me spoke again, slow and cold. No, you were abusing power you never had. The agent turned to me. Sir, your daughter's slip is protected under federal access law. What happened today qualifies as discrimination. I felt my knees weaken. Karen screamed, You're ruining my life. The agent replied, You did that when you chose cruelty. They stood her up. This time she couldn't even look at anyone. As they walked her out, she shouted one last thing at me. You think you won? I looked at my daughter, sitting safely now, holding my finger, and I said quietly, No. She did. Outside, the sun was starting to set over the water. The marina felt different, quieter, lighter. My daughter looked up at me and said, "Daddy, am I allowed to be here now?" I swallowed hard. "You always were." The man, my Marina son, knelt in front of her and smiled. "And you always will be." A worker rolled over a brand-new wheelchair. Strong frame, smooth wheels, custom fit. "On us," he said. I tried to speak, but no words came out. The captain shook my hand. "You handled this with dignity. Most people would have exploded." I looked at the empty spot where Karen's car had been. "I didn't need to yell," I said. The truth was loud enough. As we rolled toward our boat, people stepped aside respectfully. Some saluted. Some just nodded. My daughter whispered, "They thought I was weak." I kissed her head and replied, "They forgot one thing. This country protects its own." Behind us, the marina lights turned on one by one. Ahead of us, the water was calm, and for the first time that day, we felt free. We thought it was done. But life had one last turn waiting. As we reached the end of the dock, a black SUV stopped behind us. My stomach tightened again. A woman stepped out, sharp suit, calm eyes. She looked at my daughter first, then at me. "I'm from the state," she said. "I've been looking for you." I froze. "For me?" She nodded. "You filed a complaint 3 years ago about being denied access at multiple marinas." I remembered it. No one ever replied. She continued. "That report helped us uncover a bigger network of HOA abuse across the state. Today was the final proof we needed." I looked back toward the police cars disappearing down the road. "So, Karen?" the woman said quietly. "She won't be hurting anyone again." My daughter smiled for the first time all day. Before leaving, the woman turned back and said something I'll never forget. "Freedom isn't loud. It just shows up when someone tries to take it away." As our boat slowly pulled away from the dock, "Today we got both, and I knew the story wasn't over. But for the first time, we were ready for whatever came next." As we walked back to our boat, a familiar sound broke the quiet, a siren in the distance, faint but growing closer. I froze for a second. "Not again," my daughter whispered. But it wasn't Karen this time. 2 patrol cars slowed near the dock, lights flashing gently. Out stepped a reporter, camera in hand. "Sir, can we get a statement?" I glanced at my daughter, who gave me a small nod. I cleared my throat. "What happened today shows that the truth always comes out. People trying to abuse power will be held accountable, and no one, especially not a child, should ever be bullied or threatened." The reporter typed furiously, snapping photos as the Marina son quietly nodded in approval. Karen's name came up once. I didn't flinch. "She tried," I said calmly. "But we made sure she can't hurt anyone again." The camera clicked. The microphone was pulled away. I looked at my daughter and whispered, "See? Justice isn't about revenge. It's about making sure the world is safe for the people you love." She smiled and rolled her wheelchair faster toward the boat. Behind us, the sunset faded into night, and the marina glowed with soft lights. A calm settled over the docks. And somewhere deep down, I knew this was more than just one victory. It was the start of a legacy, proof that even against entitled people like Karen, courage, evidence, and love always win. The last light reflected off the water, and for the first time that day, I truly believed peace had arrived. As we finally settled on our boat, the gentle rocking of the water felt like a reward after the chaos. My daughter leaned against me, exhausted but smiling. "Daddy, we did it, didn't we?" I nodded, wrapping my arm around her. "Yeah, we did. And we'll keep doing it. No one gets to scare us." Just then, my phone buzzed again. Another message from an unknown number. "You think it's over?" "Think again. Some people never learn." I showed it to the Marina son. He chuckled softly. "Let them try. Every move she makes now is being watched." My daughter laughed, spinning her wheelchair lightly. "Daddy, let's just enjoy today. No more Karen." I smiled, finally letting myself breathe. The water reflected the moonlight, calm and endless. The marina, once a battlefield, now felt like home. And as the stars appeared above, I realized something powerful. We couldn't control everyone, but we could protect what mattered most. Karen had tried to break us, to intimidate us, to claim what wasn't hers. But in the end, the truth, courage, and love always sailed stronger than fear. And that night, for the first time, we truly felt free. As the boat drifted slowly, the marina quiet under the moon, my daughter yawned and rested her head on my shoulder. I looked around at the calm water, the lights reflecting gently, and felt a sense of victory I never thought I'd have after such a chaotic day. Then my marina son handed me a small envelope. "For you," he said, a serious look in his eyes. I opened it and found a letter from the city attorney. It confirmed that all future HOA actions against us at this marina were illegal. Any attempt by Karen or her allies would now be met with immediate legal action. I glanced at my daughter. "Looks like we're officially untouchable here." She giggled. Untouchable. I like that. From the distance, the faint sound of waves hitting the docks mixed with the occasional seagull. Peace had settled. But I knew we had made a statement. No entitlement, no lies, and no abuse of power could succeed against courage and truth. And somewhere, far away, Karen was realizing the full cost of her actions. But here, on this boat with my daughter safe, the marina sun watching, and justice finally served, I allowed myself to smile fully. Because this wasn't just a victory, it was a lesson for anyone who thought power could be misused without consequences. And tonight, under the stars, we finally felt untouchable. The end.